Good morning. Yesterday we started our day with talking about how important it is to wake up, to be aware. It is true that this is the beginning of one's day, but not by any means the end. It is merely the beginning to learn, to expand one's perspective. An initial burst of consciousness is important, that one wakes up at all, that we're alive. But it is not enough to just be this way. Because if one is this way, then we are subject to the whims, the fantasies, the diseases of our societies, our civilizations, our cultures, our religious institutions, our fellow humans, our families, our friends, our co-workers, because we are left exposed when the purpose of our meditation, mindfully, is to be strong as well as alert, awake to the possibilities of both the bad and the good, of the range of circumstances that we find upon this earth where we live. More likely than not, the information that we receive in our day, if we go to the internet or read a paper or listen to a radio or watch a show on TV, is negative. It is not about a positive, but a negative event or events occurring anywhere, everywhere. What protection does one have? If you don't have the strength to understand, wait a minute, there's more to this than that. This is the point. It also means maybe we are focused on the negative more than we should be. And that's not to sugarcoat anything. I'm sure that in the world there are many more positive things going on than negative. Because it is mankind's way. Our sense of sociability, our sense of anchoring our own unique beings with others. It is why a male and a female need to come together to create children. It is a bonding. And it is much older than our current civilization of 5,000 or 10,000 years. Remembering that the earth was flat and also the center of the universe 500 years ago. My, how things have changed in only 25 generations of man, of our own families. Go back 25 generations in your own life, from your parents and grandparents, etc. 25 times. It's not very far. I know it's far enough. But 25 generations ago, the world was flat and the center of the entirety of creation. Hello? Guess we've learned a lot since then. But in some ways we haven't. Looking around, we see a lot of disharmony, dis-ease everywhere. So what is the point of mindful meditation? What is the difference between mindful meditation and just meditation? One is about mollifying all of what really is and stepping it aside to being in a cave-like environment where one is not only undisturbed but eliciting and focusing purely upon a sense of peace, of calm, of tranquility, which is great, but unrealistic. Only partially rooted in the truth of what is. Mindful meditation is an acceptance of the way things are, not as a way we want things to be, not what we aspire and have goals we are pulled towards, but of the truth, of the moment. Many meditators would shudder at these words. Oh my goodness, why are you talking about these things? To be honest, sincere, authentic. Shouldn't we discuss our problems in the clearness of our own greater sense of perspective? The potential solutions or answers that we envision become more clear because we are more rational, because we are using our experience, our wisdom, our understanding to widen and deepen our perspective. Whom would you rather have giving you advice? Someone who is just blissfully thinking of flowers and offerings of fruits, or someone who's in the real world? There are times for both, but for sure, it is a time to realize the importance of being mindful, because things aren't working out all that well in our world today. We know the problems. We know climate change is important to consider. It may or may not be true. I don't know. Seemingly it is. But even if it's not, to do everything we can to mitigate these changes that are occurring, the warming of our oceans, the heightening of storms, the loss of our ozone protecting, shielding us from harmful ultraviolet rays emanating from our sun, etc. Doesn't this make sense? The utilization of our technology for better purposes, for instance, the use of modular nuclear energy rather than hydrocarbons to fuel our thirsts for energy, or geothermal to enhance the drilling technologies necessary to drill deep enough that the whole world can be powered from the internal energies of our own world. It is there, and we are close with both, but close is not good enough. Where are the dynamics of the world fostering a spirit of competitiveness to enhance our world today? Yes, of course, being comfortable. Why not? Being undisturbed. Helpful. Being calm and peaceful. Certainly. Becoming aware of the majesty of our own unique, individual beings. Yes. Realizing we are products of an evolutionary cycle over 14 billion years we know of on this world, this planet we call our own, over 3 billion years since life began, first formed. It is not to be discouraging. I bring these matters to our attention. Not at all. To know one's problems is the beginning of finding solutions. If you don't know that you have a problem, then you might just merely walk into a brick wall. It is better to know. It is better to avoid an accident by one's wisdom, experience, understanding, by one's virtue, gained through being mindful, to thinking, to utilizing those resources we have to clean our world of plastic and other debris we have created. Microplastics, for instance. To harness what we have done. To be responsible to ourselves, to our communities, to each other. It's going on everywhere, you know. And for what sake? For greed, for emotions that may or may not be well-founded, and certainly where there is room for compromise, thinking about what we are doing to ourselves, to our families, to each other. Spread the word. This is my wish, that all of us spread the word. It is a responsibility of each of us, from first graders to the older adults and everyone in between. Being aware of one's breathing, one's pulsing, one's thermal energy rising, and one's shimmering majesty. This is one's task. It is a daily responsibility, one's practice. You know what to do. Doing it now, here. Be here now, as Ram Dass said, is the beginning. It surely is not the end. For once you are here, it is this time when one is settled and awakened, where one is accepting and receptive and sensitive to, considering everything in a non-bias, in a witness, in an observer fashion, that we might together, as one species, mankind, come together and through compromise improve the possibilities of the potential for our future. Practice all day. Namaste.